call the meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to welcome everyone to the school board meeting this evening. Remind everyone we are live streaming, so welcome those who are joining us on the web as well. We'll start the meeting tonight with a motion to approve consent agenda.
So moved.
I have a motion by Pat. I have a second by Kurt. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we'll move down to community non-agenda items. I believe we have a presentation.
We do. Sand Creek Elementary is here with their drama club. So Susie Webster, principal, and Cindy Law, assistant principal, soon to be principal, have brought a presentation for us.
So we are excited to get to this point at Sand Creek that we get to bring our drama club in and present. We're so lucky. Mrs. Dow, come on in. She is one of our sponsors. We have 3 sponsors and a student, high school student that's also here, Mrs. Dow's daughter, Alyssa, that helps with our drama club this year, and they are getting ready to do their spring performance. I'll let Mrs. Dow talk a little more about that.
Hi. Actually, Ellie's going to do a lot of the talking about our spring performance, but it is Cinderella, If the Shoe Fits, May 7th at Sand Creek. We'd love to have anybody in attendance.
Okay. I wonder if they could stand right here to do it. That way you guys don't have to move and you guys will have a...
The only thing is if we do it that way, they won't see it on the internet.
Okay, so we need to have them out here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
come on out here, guys.
And then they can, yeah.
Okay.
It's good advertisement for the upcoming show.
Yes. Here we go. Wait till...
Sand Creek Drama Club is presenting Cinderella, If the Shoe Fits, this year. We have 25 students in Drama Club. They are in 3rd through 6th grade. 20 students are part of the play. We also have a backstage crew of 5. They are very important to our play. Christopher is going to tell you a little about their jobs.
We build props for the play and set up the stage for eating. We wear black clothes so the audience doesn't see us while we work on the stage.
Now Gracie and Alina are going to perform a scene from Cinderella, If the Shoe Fits.
How I wish I could go to the ball too. I'm sure the prince is a wonderful person, but why would he ever pick me? I couldn't even catch his eye. I shouldn't think this way, and I certainly won't let this ruin my night. After all, I still have a lot of work to do.
Good evening, Cinderella. Do you recognize me?
Wait, no, maybe. Yes, I do. My typical woman. But you dress so beautifully. Are you going to the play too? The ball too?
Oh, no, my child. I have more important things to do tonight. I'm ready to help you get ready.
But that's impossible. I can't go to the palace. I don't have a way to get there, or anything to wear.
All in good time, my dear. After all, I am your fairy godmother, so anything is possible.
Oh, goodness, a fairy godmother. I couldn't wish for such a night, and I couldn't dream of such a thing, and I won't believe it till I see it.
Oh, my dear Cinderella, I'll teach you to never use those words. Couldn't, shouldn't, and won't. I'm here to show you that dreams can come true. But first, we have some major work to do. Now listen carefully. To the garden, go for a pumpkin. Make it round and as plump as can be. Then a golden coat you see when you bring it back to me. Now you see it, now you don't. Listen to my words now. Listen very well. Nothing's as it seems when I finish my spell. Now you think you see it, now you think you don't. Never say the words couldn't, shouldn't, or won't.
Listen to her words.
Soon those mice shall turn into fine horses. That, of course, is quite hard to believe. And the cat right by your side soon will be your coach's guide. Now you see it, now you don't. Listen to my words now, listen very well. Nothing's as it seems when I finish your spell. Now you think
I
you
think I
see
see
it,
it.
now you
Now I
think you
think
don't.
I don't.
Never say
Don't
the
say
words
couldn't,
shouldn't, or won't.
Never say the, never say the, never say the words. Couldn't, shouldn't, or won't.
Thank you. If you would like to see the whole performance, come out to Sand Creek on May 7th at 6:30 p.m.
Not only would you get to enjoy this wonderful musical, this is the first musical that our drama club has put together. We've done plays before, but this is our very first musical, and you could see the talent that we have. We're very excited. But we also have our fine arts show that night as well. So we have a lot of artistic students, and the work is just covering our building already to get ready for the fine arts showcase. So we're excited. Thank you again.
Fabulous job. Thank you for sharing with us.
I know the kids are sneaking out really quick and we want them to be able to get out of here, but I can't imagine at that age, right, the courage that it takes to come in front of all of us, very scary people. And so just very proud of them and very excited. So again, Sand Creek, Cinderella, May the 7th at 6:30. That's what I got down.
That's what I have too.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Very exciting. Okay. Next, we'll ask if anyone is present who has anything that they would like to speak to, any items that are on the agenda or any other topics. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to old business. Under programs, we have student handbook approval.
Yes, I'm just asking for approval for all the student handbooks, elementary, middle school, and high school. Just a reminder, it has the updated legislation, especially the new no cell phone rule from bell to bell.
A motion by Travis. Do I have a second? Second by Mary Lynn. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we have IDOH health issues and challenges grant.
Just asking for approval. Purdue Extension partnered with Perception to provide a 6-week workshop, which won't be a 6-week workshop. There was an IDOH health issues and challenge grant. It incorporates movement and art to reduce stress. And I've shared the program with you. It incorporates state standards, employability skills. Just asking for approval.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion to approve that grant.
So moved.
I have a motion by Cheryl. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Kurt. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we'll move down to operations. We have a strategic plan blueprint 2030.
So this is just an inform, but we've been moving along in the strategic plan process, which we've been affectionately calling Blueprint 2030 currently. But we recently had a meeting with a large committee that consisted of teachers and administrators to review a comprehensive needs assessment, and that's what's at your table. This is over 80 pages of data that is specific to our students, our staff, and our schools. So you will see summaries from our parent community surveys, teacher staff surveys, students highlights, along with academic data, a lot of good data that gives us a picture of where we are and where we have to go. So the committee met, looked through that data, and created action steps and action areas that they would like to share. I'm just sharing this with you this week as an inform, so you have time to page through and see the data and see the action areas that are also at your table. But they will actually come share with you a condensed version and what the action goals are, and ask for approval at a later meeting date. So this was just an inform for you to have access to the data to look at. And the 5 action areas they've defined is student well-being, academic achievement and growth, operational effectiveness, positive school culture and climate, and fiscal responsibility. So we'll look at that together and in more detail at a future meeting. I just wanted you to have it. It's a lot of data, so that you'd have access to look at it ahead of time.
So this item is an inform. Does anyone have, if anyone has questions for Nikki, please reach out to Nikki. You have time to review it, and then again, we'll take action at a future school board meeting. So next we'll go down to new business. We have some Neola policies.
Yes, this is just a first reading for a group of Neola policies and a handful of administrative guidelines. And so this is a first reading only. Please reach out if you have any questions or comments, and we'll bring them back for approval next time.
Again, this item is an inform, so take a look at those and reach out if you have questions. Under programs, next we have staff professional development summer program.
Yes, this is just the 4th annual summer PD program that we've offered staff. It's just an opportunity for them to pick some professional development that fits them, and it aligns with the strategic plan goals that Dr. Johnson just talked about.
Okay. Again, this is an inform. Next on the list under programs, Panther Online Academy.
You have a handout in your packet. This is just an update of how Panther Online's going. If you look, we have at this time 30 active students. 18 of them have been enrolled since the very beginning. 7 came in October, and then we have a handful that's come at different times since then. 23 students are inactive that were once with us. Some of them, it just wasn't a fit for them, so they returned back to in-person. Some of them, attendance was an issue, so they had to go back in person also. Alternate setting, we use, it's been really helpful for kiddos who's struggling in person, so some of them are in an alternative school setting kind of, and they've gone back because their time's been up. Some things that we've offered this year is tutoring to all the students. At any time that a student is struggling, we offer them to come on in to get some tutoring, or even hop on Google Meets to be tutored. Individual help just to parents or guardians to help them through the program. It is all online, and it's a lot of independent work. Tech support. Some celebrations. We've had 23 students log in regularly and complete work, and that's hard because they're supposed to be on for about 5 hours a day. All 2nd and 8th through 8th grade students have come in for iLearn and iRead testing. They can't do that online. They have to come in for that. And then we offered some buyback days where we helped them get some days that they might have missed. 9 of our students did that. Some of the challenges this year have been attendance. It's tough to track attendance. The program we use, we've been in contact with them, and they're improving that for us. And then just sometimes parent communication. We don't see the students or the parents often, and so sometimes contacting them can be tough. But I do say it's a program. It continues to meet the goal of us offering a flexible learning option for our students. And it's allowed us to be better than cost neutral, and we've been approximately $200,000 available to reinvest back into our student programming and distance supports. So it's been very productive this year.
Again, that information is available in the packet. This item is an informal. Next, we have accountability model.
Well, it's me again. So this is the final accountability rule, and some of this will sound familiar because we've talked about it. This is after a couple of rounds of it, and then final input from people. And this was presented in the March State Board of Education meeting. You can go ahead and go, Seth. What matters most for students, aligning accountability to what matters most. It's really personalized to students. The shared vision is to develop an accountability model that values all the characteristics essential to student success, as well as every student's unique pathway. It allows students to really focus in on their passions, and it makes education more relevant to them and more engagement. The why was that Indiana's laser focus on ensuring more students have access to knowledge, skills, and experiences they need now and in the future. So taking that knowledge that we've always had and then adding experiences and skills. And you'll see that throughout the pathways, and it's a K-12 continuum. Just being able to expose kids to experiences that align with those knowledge and skills. So the characteristics that Hoosiers agree, the 5 characteristics are the most important to students' lifelong success, and what we're going to be graded on is academic mastery, which is nothing new, career and post-secondary readiness, credentials and experience, communication and collaboration, work ethic, and civic, financial, and digital literacy. And this is the real key, is it's for lifelong. It's not just a year test that we're going to be graded on. And if you take a look at this, there's 18 indicators that are across pre-K through graduation and beyond. And they've broken them into bands, pre-K through grade 2, grades 3 through 8, 9 through 12, and then graduation and beyond. And the key there is, for this accountability, is what gets measured gets done, and you'll see how they're going to measure us through this. So back to those characteristics that are important and how they're going to be measured. Academic mastery is what we're used to. I learn, SAT, reading and math has always been a huge focus, but they've added science and social studies and that STEM side to it. Second characteristic, career and post-secondary readiness, credentials and experiences. That's our new diploma seals that you're going to see. That's going to be our measurement there. The communication and collaboration characteristic, it's being piloted by several schools, so we don't know how that's going to be measured, how they're going to show that. Work ethic, regular attendance. We're already really heavy in attendance. We have an attendance committee meeting monthly where we discuss students who are struggling with attendance and try to find them support in that and remove any barriers that they might have. And then the last characteristic, civic, financial, and digital literacy. Those require courses for graduation. The 4 buckets of how the accountability was designed was transparency, finding a way to make it easier for parents to understand. So there's a lot on the back end of it, but when it's said and done, parents should be able to tell easily where these points come and how successful their students being. It is student-centered. Over and over again, it talks about the N size is 1. Every student brings points to this accountability model, no matter what age and no matter what abilities. It's academic and skills focused. We talked about that a little bit, putting knowledge into motion. It's not just about academics, but what are the skills and experiences they can also provide, and data-driven, using longitudinal data to prioritize what matters most to the future. And this just shows, there were several, you can go to the next one. Thank you. Several focus groups. This is just, it shows that what input they received from a job forum and public comment. I know some people in this room probably commented on that. I know Dr. Johnson and I think Mr. Roller, we were able to give input and previous models that they presented. So this just shows, and if you look, educators they gave quite a few input, parents and families, community members, that's all that's representing there. And the key themes, go ahead, Sean. Thank you. And the stakeholders, it was very important that it was elevating knowledge, skills, and experience over and over that contributes to student success, not just that academic side, but what else? The importance of prioritizing proficiency while encouraging improvement for all students through academic growth and skills. So making sure that parents understood that their child may be progressing, but maybe not proficient, and making that clear. And then 3, the need for transparent and simple accountability model that is meaningful to parents and provides schools a clear roadmap. And then the final draft. So these are the milestones and focus areas. Like we talked about earlier, K through 3 is one of the bands. This is essential for building blocks of literacy and math. And then as they move up, foundational knowledge and skill development is the focus in grades 4 through 8. Knowledge and skill development and career engagement in 9 through 10. And then knowledge and skill development plus and credentials and experience. We talk a lot about, on that one, diploma plus. The diploma that like it used to be, it's lost some of its value. We want a diploma plus something of credential, and that's what that is there. And the shift is just individual students, so every student matters. So when we're calculating points for this, there's 2 steps to it. One is the academic mastery that we've always had, our I learn, I read, that side of it. But the next part is that additional points for other knowledge, skills, and experiences. And you also have this, which will help in your folder. And this is the new one-pager that explains where the points are coming from. And I think we've seen one of these before in a previous draft of this, but this will help explain. This includes, I don't know if anybody else wants it, includes multiple ways that students can demonstrate success as elevated by stakeholders, but it keeps the focus on reading, math in the early grades, and then work-based learning and credentials of values in high school. So calculating the grades. It encourages schools to meet the individual grades of each student, and then it's ensuring that students' unique knowledge, skills, and experience are transparently reflected on the school's accountability grade. Once again, every kid will give points, and it's average of all the points generated by a student. So I think of it as in my classroom, and I want to find the average test grade. It's all out of 100, every kid gets a grade, I find that average, that's my grade. It's the same concept here. So updates in the final rule. The first one, the feedback on that they received was language development is foundational to literacy. However, we also have students who are just learning English. And so we wanted to be sure to take that, they wanted to be sure to take that into account. So I read still has the most points when you're receiving points, but a student who has 2 years or less in the country, can't earn points for WIDA, which is the assessment that they would take. So it ensures that our focus is still learning on English, but also showing that the students are able to bring some points, our ELL students. And then the next, I kind of touched upon this, academic proficiency is linked to long-term success. That was some of the feedback that they received in K-12 and beyond. And so in the second draft that we looked at, academic proficiency and meeting one's individual growth target are weighted equally, and achieving proficiency should carry more. So in previous drafts, that's not how it was. So a student could be showing progress, and it wasn't clear to the parent that they were never going to meet that proficiency mark. And so in this, proficiency is always going to be higher than someone just showing progress on a test on that one. The next part, another more feedback that they had, grade 7 had fewer opportunities for them to earn points than any other grade because they don't have a specific I-Learn subject outside of ELA and math, and they did not want, feel like every 7th grader was capable of earning high school credit. So if you look on this that I gave you, grade 7, a student can earn academic mastery through iLearn Performance, ELA, and math. And then to the right are all the other ways that they can earn it. What they've added in this plan then is completing a graduation plan in grade 7. So that's part of what our 7th graders will do. They will complete a graduation plan, and then parents will also be signing off on it. So a way to get parent engagement and awareness to what their opportunities are in middle school and high school. Next one, feedback is ensuring accountability reflects all learners. So our students with most significant cognitive disabilities face barriers with the statewide assessment. Our students with significant cognitive disabilities, 1% of them can take the IM assessment. And so in this new model, IM will also receive points, a student taking IM. It used to be a pass-fail test, and it's going to be a proficient or approaching proficiency, where a student can earn 100 if they are proficient and 75 if they're approaching. So students with cognitive disability who may not be taking iLearn or iRead can also gain points for their school. And the next one is civic literacy. The feedback was that understanding our nation's government and individual roles to be a productive citizen was very important. And we already have an iLearn U.S. Government end of the course assessment that provides an assessment based on civic literacy, which is one of the 5 GPS characteristics. So a student can gain points from also taking this test. On this one, they would not be penalized if they did not pass. If you take a look at grades, learning my glasses. Thank you, 11, 12 at the bottom, it becomes one of their additional knowledge. And I'm gonna show some student examples that makes this a little clearer, but the key outcome on that, the academic side, is a diploma, and then this test would be it could be additional knowledge or skills, and so it may be one they don't choose. It wouldn't count against them if they took the test and did not pass it. The next one, 12th grade works a little differently. There are 2 parts of 12th grade that doesn't work like anything else. The graduation rate has been separated from that. So a school's graduation rate will be 10% of the overall 100% of that grade. Whereas that's not how everything else is, the students 100%. So they wanted to be sure to reflect any student who did not graduate, because they're getting points for graduating. They wanted to be sure that any student that did not graduate and that graduation rate was taken into place here. So that's going to be 10% of the overall grade of the high school. And then the second part of the overall grade of the high school is the SAT is also separated, and it's another 10%. So 20% of the high school grade, 10 will be graduation rate, and then 10 will be SAT or IM proficiency test. And then evaluating assessment based in high school. Feedback was that students may choose a variety of assessments options to demonstrate college and career readiness based on their future goals. So in addition to taking SAT as a standalone indicator, students should be able to earn additional points when demonstrating success on other options. And so on this one, since SAT is separated and it's its own 10%, it will not come on the right-hand side of additional knowledge. It's taken out as 10%. Other tests are taking in. Classical learning test is a possibility, or the ACT. So it would not be part of the choices. SAT would not be, but those 2 could be. And so if we look at examples, I feel like it makes it a little bit clearer. We'll just look at a few examples. So this would be a K-3 student. So on your chart, if you find the K-3, you see on academic mastery, a student's going to earn points for that. If they pass iLearn or iLearn proficiency in ELA and math. So when you look up here, and I'm going to kind of point, this student is proficient, approaching proficiency in iLearn math. So this student has moved to this second level. The student also on the right has passed iRead. So now that's moved them to the second column. And then lastly, they passed iRead and met an additional success indicator. So maybe it was attendance, I don't know what it was, but maybe their attendance was the indicator that worked for them. Or maybe they were ELL and they did well on WIDA. So that's moved this student to 95. And so we would take that 95, average it with everyone else, and that would be our grade. This is a grade 4 through 8. And as you can see, as they go up in grades, there are more options for them. The focus on literacy in the K through 3 is really heavy, but then as they move along, it opens up to more opportunities of earning points. So on this one, this student, I Learned Math, was approaching proficiency. Once again, that second row. Additional skills and knowledge would move them over. Accelerated in academic progress. So that means on this, it could be more than a year's growth on iLearn. And then proficiency in social studies and iLearn. So that's where, when we looked at the academic part, social studies now counts and science now counts in that. And then grades 9 through 10 example. On the back, for a 9th grader to be on track, they have to have 2 credits in math, 2 credits in English, 2 credits in science, social studies, or foreign language. So this student is in 9th grade on track, trying to get students before they get behind, and making sure that we're not the reason they're getting behind, making sure their credits are where they were. So on this one, this student was 9th grade on track, initial points based on academic masteries, and then regular school attendance, so allowed them to move a step, advanced CTE. And so then they missed that last, so this student received an 85. And last one, grades 11 through 12. Honors, SILS, or enrollment, the academic outcome. So they're dropping down to the honor SILS. And then on this one, additional knowledge and skills, college career coursework, and then a credential of value, and then passing the ACT math. So it's a lot, but it really, I feel like, gives us a picture of the whole child and not just that academic side.
I had asked Mrs. Manowitz to present this in detail tonight because I wanted both us and anyone else who watches later to see the complicated structure that the state has chosen for benchmark or that goalpost for public schools. And while there are many quality ways a student can have individual experiences and it rewards growth and students reaching for things that are beyond diploma, so diploma plus credentials and work-based learning, it has to then incorporate with what we do as strategic plan to make sure that what our goals are align with what the expectations are for our students and for our schools, which will go back to receiving letter grades like they used to. I believe that was probably, with all the pauses for COVID and rule changes, greater than probably 6 to 8 years now, it would seem like. So that is a change. This year will be tricky. We will get a letter grade based on this year's performance in the fall, but we didn't even have these official benchmarks that we were being tested on until about March. But as schools move forward, we'll better be able to work through that, know areas of focus and improvement, and be able to align them with what we're going to do in the strategic plan. So it's really important for us to in detail know that goalpost that we're working towards as we work to plan a strategic plan for the next 4 years. So I appreciate Carrie taking the time to do a little PD with us this evening.
Sorry,
as well.
it was a lot.
That was quite the inform. I just leaned over to Travis and I said, I'm glad I don't have to do these grading.
Oh,
I'm very happy about that. So, well done there. Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing more about how we will do as a corporation and all of the schools. I have no doubt that y'all are putting appropriate effort toward meeting those requirements. And honestly, not even really about the requirements, but putting kids first. That's really what it's about. So appreciate that. So next we'll move down to professional staff. We have some recommendations.
Yes, please. Asking for approval of the following recommendations, and you'll find several of them support our summer school staffing needs. First of all, asking that Morgan Brandeman is being recommended as the Jennings County High School Guidance Counselor. Chelsea Davis, Brush Creek Elementary Summer School Teacher. Rebecca Driver, Jennings County Middle School Girls Tennis Coach. Aaron Green, Hayden Elementary Summer School Teacher. Kristen Yon, Graham Creek Summer School Teacher. Jennifer Lehman, Scipio Elementary Summer School Teacher. Samantha Lau, Sand Creek Elementary Summer School Teacher. Stephanie Puckett, Brush Creek Elementary Summer School Teacher. And Sarah Wathen, Sand Creek Elementary Summer School Teacher.
We'll entertain a motion. Motion by Mary Lynn. Do I have a second? Second by Pat. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0.
And Amy Phillips, excuse me, I'd love to be able to introduce the guidance counselor that you just approved, and that is Morgan Brandeman. She's here with us tonight. So we would love to be able to congratulate her and give her the opportunity to come around.
Thank you. Welcome to the team.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I think I'm good. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Congrats. Congratulations. Morgan has some big shoes to fill.
I do.
Stepping into Mr. Ertles, who's in the retirement mode, but she can do it. We know that. She's gonna do really well.
Morgan, we will talk. I'll fill you in on
I'll bring a notebook and a pen.
Don't listen to a thing she says. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have support staff. Again, some additional recommendations.
Yes, please. Asking for approval of the following recommendations. Rebecca Burkhead, St. Creek Elementary custodian on a part-time basis. DJ Campbell, Graham Creek Summer School para. Nathan Davis, Jennings County High School assistant girls soccer coach. Tiffany Quintero Francisco, St. Creek Elementary Summer School para. Sherry Hughes, Hayden Elementary Summer School para. Travis Jones, Jennings County High School volunteer girls soccer coach. Skyanne Levitt, Norfolk Elementary sped para. William Marling, Jennings County School Corp summer grounds worker. Kathy McPeak, St. Creek Elementary Summer School para. Teresa Monday, Brush Creek Elementary Summer School para. Justin Nelson, Jennings County High School custodian. Janice Smock, Scipio Elementary Summer School para. And Josiah Watts, Jennings County High School volunteer boys golf coach.
Entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Travis. Do I have a second? Second by Cheryl. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we're down to finance. We have some donations.
Yes, asking the board approval of the following donations. Graham Creek Elementary, the Graham Creek Presbyterian Church, $100 to honor Paul Hicks and use for student needs. The high school WJCP, $235 for the Kindness Closet. Corporation-wide, the Alpha Mega chapter of the SIODS, $3,500 to Speech, Language, and Hearing Department. $500 for each of the following: Jennifer Barber, Aaron Bealey, Carissa Copley, Aaron Treadway, and Kelly Zorlot, and the other $1,000 would be to the department itself. JCSC Crescendo Music Department Countywide Art Festival for t-shirts, sound, and poster. Following donations are $100 from Amy Thompson, Devin Sharp, $150, Jennings County Sheriff's Office, $500, Mason's Automotive, $100, and Page Music, $500. And Jennings County Health Department, 9 LifeVac school pack kits, which is a total of 36 units. Joy of Giving, $4,500 to the Hope Food Program. Premier Sports Group, LLC, boxes of t-shirts for student needs. And the Sand Creek Elementary Decatur County REMC Operation Roundup, $3,084.50 to support the Mystery Science for hands-on learning.
We'll entertain a motion to approve those donations as read.
So moved.
Motion by Pat. Do I have a second? Second by Kurt. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we're down to property, the 2026 secured entrance contract.
Yes, I am recommending that the board reject all bids because of the low number of bidders, and all bids that were turned in came in significantly over budget, and to authorize a future rebid.
We'll entertain a motion to approve that recommendation. Motion by Chelsea, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mary Lynn, any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we'll go down to operations. We have a comprehensive systems for support for schools, LLC.
Yes, asking for approval for comprehensive systems of support for schools. This is Brandon Penrod, who we've worked with before. He is going to help us with a study that we discussed about operational effectiveness, which could include, if enrollment continues to drop, studying what we would need to do with possible redistricting or even possible school closure if warranted and needed. So he will gather data for us, legalities, and put that all together into a complete study and presentation and bring that back and present it. This is a limited engagement, and as you can see, has a does not exceed total. So asking for approval.
So
Motion to approve by Travis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Cheryl. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we have the 4th annual Muscatine Duck Race.
So it's that time of year again. Coach Sigler and her assistants and the team and parents would like to repeat this successful event this year.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Kurt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Pat. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we have a facility assessment contract approval.
yes, I'm asking the board to approve a facility assessment contract. This is to have a full facility assessment performed by Garmin Miller at all locations. The last time we performed this was 2019, and it was only a partial assessment. This is vital in being able to make future decisions pertaining to the school restructure / closure if needed, and the bonding for new debt as it replaces some of our old debt. This study will be paid for with the 2024 bond, and this study will support our long-term debt planning and bonding.
We'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mary Lynn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Kurt. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Looks like we're down to other. So we will once again remind everybody who's in the room and who's streaming, Cinderella, May the 7th at Sand Creek Elementary. Start time is 6:30. So if you want to see a great performance, we got a little bit of taste of that this evening. If you want to see that great performance, make sure you mark your calendar for that coming up. Hearing nothing else to come before the board, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion by Pat, do I have a second? Second by Chelsea, all those in favor? 7-0, meeting adjourned.